And I believe we are live. And welcome to everybody that has decided on this Sunday to join us here for Mixed. Have to apologize for last week. I just didn't feel good enough to do the show, and I didn't want to just let everybody carry on without me being part of it. So we just decided to postpone it for 1 week. So sorry about that, guys. So yeah, this in this show, what we're doing is it's collaboration mixing. It's actually just an excuse to get together and mix. So that's what we're going to be doing. We've been working on a couple of recipes. I'll read those out just in a moment. Let me quickly just welcome my co-hosts for tonight. So Mohammed, welcome, Mohammed.
How's it, guys? How are you doing, everyone? Good to be on the show live. Yeah.
And Sherlock Ohms, aka Liam.
Afternoon, all. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, guys, it's awesome being in the show with you guys.
So we got the bearded bros today.
Yes.
Yeah. All the non-bearded guys are not here.
Where's Deeds?
I don't know where's Deeds. I know where's Richard. Richard will just sneak in just now.
Richard, he'll sneak in just now. Rudy, I think Rudy is out. Yeah, I think Rudy is out because he didn't say anything. Daniel is busy. Deets, Deets, where are you? He's got a couple of things that he phoned me in the weekend. He's got a lot of things that he needs to focus on right now. So he mixed up a ton of stuff. So he's going to be releasing a lot of content this week. Anyway, guys, just back onto the topics. Philip, aka Kindground, he is one of the mixers in the community, and he's been diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. In the description of this video, you will find a link. That's a GoFundMe link right at the top. Just go and support that cause. This is our community. This is somebody that's been giving to us, and now it's an opportunity to give back to them. Okay, so have you guys got any new juice or any new equipment that you guys are vaping?
Nothing. I'm moving house, so I've been packing, and I actually supposed to be putting everything in boxes, but so nothing yet. And yeah, so it's been a bit hectic, but I'm here, and I'm sure. I was looking at that. We were chatting about that single coil. I see that Sherlock got the RDA, was Nano. Yeah. So I was looking at the RTA, some good reviews, pretty cool. I'm keen to try it out first and see how it is, because I'm sure, Liam, you can vouch for the RDA being really good.
Yeah, there's a really nice flavour on it. Once you get the build right, you got to experiment and get the right coil build in there for you. So I had just a normal round wire build, and it just wasn't doing it for me. But I've gone with a nice exotic in there, and it's really nice flavour.
Cool. So you went with an alien.
At the moment, I got a Flapton in there. It's
okay, cool.
A 0.3 3mm diameter.
Okay, so that's cool. Yeah.
Doesn't look like it'll fit on the small build deck, but it fits in nicely.
Yeah, I like that flat Clapton wire. Yeah. I bought with it. What brand are you using, Liam?
It's just a flat wire. I think it's just called flat wire. I haven't actually got my coil build kit on me at the moment. This one that comes in a spool. You just wrap it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a brand, Demon Killer, flat Clapton, and I had some. I'm not sure what brand I had before that, but I was quite happy with my flat Clapton. But that Demon Killer stuff, it has an off taste to it. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you guys have tasted that before.
I've tried Demon Killer, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me. Yeah, I didn't at all. But I see DTF is in the chat, and he says 3 millimeter, 3 millimeter on the nano is perfect. Yeah, it's quite a tight deck, so if you're gonna put a 3 millimeter, it's really gonna push out some good flavor there. And I see the wicking is quite easy. So I was just watching some videos on the RTA. I haven't tried it, so I'll probably look for a couple of friends, or maybe I'll go to a vape shop and just try it out. Because it's decent priced as well. Yeah. For that RTA. I think the only con is it's a 2 ml tank, so that kind of sucks. You pretty much going to vape out that 2 ml tank very quickly. But I think for like flavor testing and that, it's pretty perfect, because that's what the nano is good for. Yeah.
Yes.
Have a look around, because you might actually be able to get extended glass for it.
Yeah, it's difficult here in South Africa, but not a lot of guys that can make all those sort of extended glass. I know there's a couple of local guys where I am that does make acrylic. You know, it's technically not glass, but it's acrylic, and yeah, I'll check that out definitely. Yeah.
So I've got a wasp. I actually did all my flavor testing on wasps before I, started moving to other devices. One flavor banger that really impressed me was this guy here, which is a Gas Mods GR1. Have you guys seen this? The build deck looks
similar to a Citadel. Yeah.
So the build deck looks exactly the same as a wasp, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But if you really look in there, you'll see there's adjustable airflow inside, so you can actually reduce the amount of airflow that comes through. What is happening with the focus? But yeah, this is also kind of in the same price range. I think here in South Africa you can pick up a wasp for $400, and a GR1 for about 450.
Yeah, I had the GR1. Really liked the flavor on it, but I really didn't like the shorty drip tip. So I swapped it out with another drip tip. And one thing that I realized afterwards that you have to really watch with the GR1 is the connector on the drip tip. If it's a little bit too long, it actually melts, because it gets too close to your coil. Because my juices started tasting really funky, and I was thinking, what's going on here? That they never normally taste this bad. I pulled the top cap off, and I'd actually been vaping melted drip tip for a little bit.
The off notes in the recipes, you know what I mean? Leaving bad reviews on IDF. No, so what are you saying? Are you saying, Liam, that you prefer a little bit more girth on your drip tip?
Yeah, it's not so much. I don't like my lips so close to the top cap. That's all it was with the shorty drip tip that come with the GR1. It was just too short for me. It just felt odd, uncomfortable. Whereas the built-in drip tip on the top cap of the Wasp is perfect.
Yeah, no, definitely is. I mean, anybody out there want to get into DIY, want to know what to buy to start out your flavor testing, get a Wasp, dude. It's the quickest, easiest, most accessible RDA that you can find almost anywhere in the world. I'm sure not anywhere in Africa, but pretty much anywhere in the world. And it does a decent job, 3 millimeter in a diameter coil. With a little bit more of an exotic wire, and Bob's your uncle. So yeah, let's welcome people in chat. James Rivera, nice to see you. Julia Sue, always nice to see you. Sub Vapes, Hibba DeRay, hey, very nice to have you here. Papa Chigley, you've been following us everywhere. Thank you so much for all the support, Papa Chigley. Jeff Lawson, and is that everyone? And Daytime Frank. I'm not sure if I had said his name yet. Hello, Daytime Frank. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be awake for your show later, but I'm going to do my absolute best to attend because I haven't been there for a while and I'm feeling guilty. Guys, so we've got three concepts that we need to start making decisions on. If you looked at the post that I put out on Facebook, you would have seen that we've got a judging round to end off the tropical fruit juice. So, we create our recipes. We don't just put them out there. We actually going to get somebody to, and somebody, respected within the community to do a review for us so that we know we've put something, everybody in the show that's been working on this, that's collaborated with us, we've put something decent out there. So yeah, it's a QA step, and I think it's important. And also we it's going to be a roast. So if the recipe is bad, we should get roasted. But if the recipe is good, then we put it out. Excuse me. So the three recipes is mango lychee guava, mango cocoa pine, mango orange passion fruit. Okay. So shall we just kick off, guys, with mango lychee guava? Which one did you guys mix up from these?
I actually went to mix up both versions of the mango lychee guava. I've got both versions of the cocoa pine, and I've got the version of the very last one as well, whose name has just escaped me. But I forgot to get the papaya for the first version of the mango lychee. So I just mixed it up with marshmallow and not papaya. But the second version has got everything in there, should be in there.
Yeah, that's fine, Liam. So do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I've been testing the V1. That's the one without the let's have a look. It's FA Mango at 4%, Cap Sweet Lychee at 2%, FA Lychee at 0.5%, FLV Pink Guava at 0.5%, and TFH Marshmallow at 0.5%. And if I'd remembered to pick it up, it should have had TFA Papaya at 0.5% as well. Now, testing it without the papaya, the marshmallow has actually picked up the mouthfeel, which is one of the problems we had from the last version of it. It was just a little bit flat, a little bit thin.
Yeah, big time, eh? The TFA marshmallow made a huge impact here. I'm just tasting it now while we actually talking. Sorry.
Yeah. And the FE mango is singing now. It's there. You can taste it. With the lychee and the guava right on the tail end of it, it's actually it's really nice. I'm interested to hear what it's like with the papaya in, because I think that marshmallow did make a big difference, even 0.5% to mouthfeel.
Yeah, I'm vaping this now, and I just put a drop of sweetener in for me. I just like a little bit of sweetener, in fruity mixes. I think fruits themselves are sweet. So, if we're looking at a fruit juice, it's a sweet thing. So, sweetness just helps also round out some of those harsh fruity edges and just puts a nice little sweetness in the mix, right? So I didn't go too crazy with the sweetener, but I mixed it up with papaya. Let me just post the recipes that I'm talking about now. So here's the mango lychee guava, one of the versions. I'll just put it out in chat for you guys so you can see what we're talking about. And here is the other version, right? The one with papaya and the one without papaya. The other one without papaya, it's got uba uba in it, right? Liam, I'm very happy with this. So what I'm getting is just nice mouthfeel. The mango is super present. It's the hero in the mix. And then I'm getting lychee and like citrus and maybe a little bit of guava, just on the tail end, with the papaya sort of just bending it into like a different kind of dimension. It just swings it a little bit. The papaya also makes me swings this whole thing into something more tropical. So I'm quite happy with V1.1. If we had to make some changes, what changes would you suggest on that, Liam?
If we had to make changes, I'd possibly up the guava just a little bit, so there's a little bit more present. But I mean, at the moment, I'm really, really happy with this version. If it needs anything, it's only going to be very, very slightly minor tweaking.
Do you really want to up the guava? Because I even thought at 0.5, 0.5, that guava is some serious stuff. Sorry, I don't know. I'll try it again now on my RDA. But
Yeah, the guava, for me, to be honest with you, I'm getting more like citrusy notes from it. The guava is, with the papaya, is just, they're so infused into that mango that it's just become like a tropical punch.
Yeah.
So when we are looking at tropical fruit juice, I think this kind of hits the mark for me on that. I'm going to throw that out to chat, guys. So you've got the V1.1 there. It's just up in the chat. If you had to make one change to that recipe, I'm not talking about adding sweetener or coolant,
Sweetener and coolant, yeah.
Because I think we still at the end will decide if we want to add sweetener and coolant to these mixes. But
for me, this is sweet enough, but then I don't use a lot of sweetener, not even in foods. So, I mean, for ones with a sweet tooth, I think it will need a little bit of sweetener in.
I think WS23 would work well. The 20%, the 30%, you could choose, and then I'd go with sweetener, but not a lot. I mean, in all my fruit juices, I put sweetener. Anything between 0.25 all the way up to 0.75, depending on the juice. Sometimes I go as high as 1. I mean, your bar mango has 1% sweetener, but that's because the mango needs it, because it's that tropical, ripey mango, and I love it. The most I've done is 1.5. I was getting a bit brave there, but that's a bit hectic. But yeah, but like you said, we can decide that, because that's minor tweaks.
Yeah, trivial, right?
Yeah, that's really minor tweaks. Yeah.
So James Rivera is saying, let's just drop FA Lychee. He's saying let's drop FA Lychee and let's just up the guava. The FA Lychee.
I like the idea of the cap sweet guava at 2%. Yeah, that's a good idea.
What do you mean?
He said I'd skip the FA Lychee and bring the pink guava down to 0.3. I'd actually agree with him on the pink guava down to 0.3, because it's pretty potent. Yeah, pink guava is pretty potent. Yeah.
I can't taste it in this mix. I have been a little bit sick throughout this week, so my taste bud has been fooling around a little bit, but I can barely taste it.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of the pink guava coming through at all. The pink guava is just, for me, just very, very slightly there, which is just adding some nice citrus notes. It's not in your face. I think 0.5 is just right for me.
Yeah, it just freshens it up a little bit, with a slight little zing, but you have to really, pay attention to try and detect that at the tail end. But it's a nice clean finish. I think the mix works. It's emulsifying on its own, so we don't need an emulsifier here. I think this thing is ready to ship pretty much.
It's you actually spot on that. The pink guava, it's light, it's there. So 0.5 seems to be the sweet spot. You're right when you said about that mango and lychee. just it now combined into that like sort of tropical, just that tropical juice, and the guava is like just there. So the first thing I'm getting is that guava, lychee, mango, and it's well, it's actually really lovely. Yeah, it's lovely.
Liam, did you mix up the one with uba uba?
Yes, I did. It's a very, very nice mix. But adding that oba in has taken us away from the tropical juice for me. It's made it more candy-like. It's hard to describe though, because it's not like jelly candy. It's not hard candy. It's just made that mouth feel so thick that it's no longer a juice.
I'm gonna try one
some
with you now.
kind of like tropical fruit goo.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. That's the best way of describing it.
You know, when they blend the tropical juices, sometimes it kind of looks like goo. You know what I mean? It's so thick. So yeah, but you know,
Are you getting any muting on version 2? Because I'm getting that the guava is actually now muted more than what it is on version 1. So I'm actually not even getting. I'm getting even more. Even a slighter guava than version 1. I don't know what.
I'm not getting a lot of lychee. I'm not getting a lot of lychee from it. I think the oba is actually smoothed the florals from the lychee out and just remove the lychee pretty much from the equation.
I think it's removing the guava as well out of the equation. So I'd vote to scrap version 1.2 because of the oba.
Yeah, I think version 1.1 is the one.
Yeah, loving version 1.1. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah.
If anybody out in chat thinks we shouldn't scrap version 1.2, now is the time to speak up, because I've literally just taken it away. If you have an idea of how we can save that variation, you know, have a look at it. Let us know. But I think we're pretty much done there with mango lychee guava. We'll come back to it and we'll decide what additives we want to put in there, right?
Yeah. I'd go with the WS23 to give it that icy effect, because a tropical juice with ice, it just goes. And look, to be honest, it actually is sweet. So I think if we had to go for sweet now, not more than probably 0.35. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, James Rivera is saying out in chat that, you know, we should think of FAP in our mixes, because, you know, most fruit juices out there is either apple juice or pear juice that they kind of mix with the fruits. And even though we don't believe it has a massive impact on the flavor, it still changes the juice slightly. So, you know, if you just put 1%, and that's what we did with Palmana. Remember, Liam, we put FAP in there just to spin that recipe a little bit, and you know, keep it interesting. So that was definitely a good choice. James Rivera, I'll chuck in after the show. I'm going to chuck in 1% FAP and see if it.
Try that.
Yeah, see what it does.
Yeah, that's what I did with my dark fruit cider mix, just to stop it from being so dry, just to give it some juiciness and a little bit of sweetness to it as well from the pear. So yeah, that's a really good suggestion.
Okay, so Moe, are you going to kick us off on mango cocoa pine?
I didn't make it. I only managed with the whole movement, backing and stuff. It's my mix, but I didn't make it.
This is your freaking concept.
It's my concept, but I didn't make it. That's why I was hoping like Rudy will come on the show or something, because
Mango cocoa pine. I'm gonna try it now.
You can go kick us off. It's my, I'll go with what you say. I trust your judgment. No, it's just with the whole moving and packing and stuff. So it's been a bit crazy. So yesterday I just managed to do the mango lychee, and then I had a look at the version 2s that we made, and I was actually out on the one of the concentrates. Yeah, so I couldn't do it. Yeah, so that's what I was hoping Rudy will come into the show as well, because I know that he'll probably make all the mixes, and then yeah, he'll have a good input.
Liam,
Go,
did you?
let's see what you got.
Yeah, I mixed up both versions of the cocoa pine, but I was just thinking now, Theo, that this might be our chance now to put forward the worst mix for it, so we get a good roasting.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying it now. So between the two, I actually like this mango cocoa pine. There's just something really interesting about it for me. It just feels like the coconut candy, the vanilla swirl, and the FLV sweet coconut has dried it up a slight tad, just a slight tad. You know what I mean? So it doesn't rejuice. It's not a juicy experience. It's a nice combination of flavors. So if we want to take this recipe forward, I think we need to think about how we're going to juice this thing up.
So you say it's missing like that wetness or something like that anywhere a cactus would do? 0.25, 0.35 cactus. What do you think?
Yeah, with this, what's happened, as Theo said, the coconut and the vanilla swirl combined together has made it more like a tropical cream.
Okay.
I'm not too sure how to get that juiciness back in there, unless we get rid of the vanilla swirl completely and put in like a pineapple juice, like vape train pineapple juice, as opposed to a sugarloaf pineapple, or as well as sugarloaf pineapple. But I'm not too sure if you guys can get that.
Or capped golden pineapple? What do you think?
No,
of that?
I think the juice word there is what Liam is trying to shill here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we will have to take the cream out. Those the coconut and the vanilla swirl is. I mean, it's not bad. It almost reads a little bit like a pina colada, like a different take on a pina colada, which is a cocktail, but it doesn't read kind of juice. It reads like some creamy beverage, which is not. I mean, it's not bad. It's just if we're going to be putting something tropical fruit juice in front of a judge, we're going to get roasted. So we'll have to think about it. Guys, out in chat, what do you suggest? I'm going to put the recipe out, the V1. Have a look at this recipe. Tell us what you think. We need a juice element. Yeah, we need a juice element in there. Liam is saying, what is it? VTA.
Yeah, the VTA pineapple juice. Only because it's got that really wet mouthfeel. If there's another pineapple out there that's really juicy, that would also work. So,
isn't there an actual juicy pineapple?
Oh, the TFA juicy pineapple.
Yeah, TFA juicy pineapple.
So Dean Taylor is saying a mullenberry funky pineapple. I haven't tested it yet. Dean, do you think that pineapple is a little bit more juicy than the sugarloaf pine? What is it? What did we use here?
Sugarloaf in this one.
Sugarloaf pine. Yeah, Hibiscus is saying that pineapple is good. So we might need to look at potentially swapping that pineapple out with funky pineapple from Molenberry. There in V2, we've got that. Did somebody mix up V2?
Yeah,
Liam said
I'm,
yeah.
I'm vaping on that one now.
I'm putting V2 out in the chat, guys, so you can see what this is. Okay, I'm all ears, Liam. I am all ears. Take your time. No pressure.
The funky pineapple has actually added juiciness into this mix. You've still got the creaminess there from the coconut and the vanilla swirl. I think if we drop the vanilla swirl down to 1%, so we actually drop it down from 1.5 to 1%, so we've actually got less cream in there, you'll get the mouthfeel as well as the juiciness, which will actually push it more towards a tropical fruit mix.
It's definitely the mulberry funky pineapple that is much more juicier than sugarloaf.
Yeah, combined with the sugarloaf, it actually works really well in this.
Or you're combining. So we won't look at TFA juicy pineapple at all.
Not when I've used the TFA juicy pineapple. I know some people actually get harshness off that one, I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
This sugarloaf pine for me with the combination with FE mango is such a delicate balance between those two because the sugarloaf pine kills the mango entirely. I don't know if you guys are experiencing that. I mean, yeah, there's remnants of mango there, but it's not a mango forward mix. It's more like a passion fruit forward mix, and then just maybe a nod towards a mango at the end. You know what I mean?
Well, I thought of that for when I did make version 1. Is that, like you said, the mango was just, to me, it wasn't there. And I mean, we know FE mango, what type of mango it is. So you're right about that. So it's now become more like that sort of passion fruit coconut type of thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the mango has completely been stomped out.
Yeah.
We don't want to be pushing it any more than 4% either. So I think next version of this, drop the sugarloaf completely. What did we have on the first version? Did we just have the funky pineapple and then we added in the sugarloaf pineapple just to give her a more realistic twist from being like the ring pineapple in syrup?
No, the first version was just the sugarloaf, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was, the one version was with VTA sugarloaf pine, and the other version was with MB funky pineapple. I put both of those out in chat so that you guys can also see what we're talking about. I'm just going to put this light on. It's blinding me on the side here. Sorry, guys.
Subvape says, just got in SA fresh pineapple and pineapple juicy yesterday. Let us know how pineapple juicy is, Subvapes. Yeah. Is that the TFA pineapple juicy that you're referring to? Because I'd like to know myself how it is. Liam says it is a bit harsh. Nick says VTA shisha mango. That's interesting. Something maybe to layer the mango, maybe to bring out the FE.
Yeah, that's the only way of doing it. I mean, it's either drop in the sugarloaf completely from the mix, but then we just end up with the more syrupy sort of pineapple. So again, it's pushing it away from a juice, or we layer in another mango to just pop that FE mango up a little bit. Or how about a little peach? Adding in a little peach just to bring that mango out.
Yeah, I think peach, mango, and pineapple. We'll have to be so careful, to test for harshness, because those are all the harsh things, bar passion fruit. But I'm happy to try a peach in here. What would you suggest, guys? So are we saying, okay, we're going to chuck V1 and we're going to keep V2.1? which is 4% FE mango, 2.5% MB funky pineapple, sweet coconut, TFA coconut candy, and TFA vanilla swirl. Sugarloaf pine was here at 0.75. So what Liam was saying is correct. We had sugarloaf pine. So Liam, were you saying that this was just more pineapple mix than mango mix for both of it?
Yeah, the mango was coming through a little bit more on the other version of V1.1. This one is the juicier pineapple. So this one is actually more of what we were aiming for, which is the tropical fruit juice. It's just getting that mango to come up because it is very pineapple forward.
So Nick Evans is suggesting VTA shisha mango, FE mango. So we layer the mangoes, right? We put in a little bit of anywhere a cactus, and we go with VTA pineapple juice. I'm actually happy to do that. You know what I mean, with this mix.
Do we have VTA mango?
I'm going to stay away from the tangerine right now, just because there's already a citrus note in that anywhere a cactus. So I'm going to stay away from the sweet tangerine, and I'm going to put in the FA coconut, of course. So are we going to redo this mix? Because
I'm just having a look. I don't think black has VTA mango. Just double check. They do have Inawera mango shisha. I don't think they have VTA. I'm having a look now.
yeah, but then Liam just has to test it for us.
Yeah, Liam can test it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all those, and yeah, I'm happy to just start this mix from scratch again because excuse me. I think we've taken this as far as we can. Balancing wise, it's going to be very, very tricky now. Bringing that mango up, adding in another mango, then just means we have to rebalance everything all over again. So I think we will be better off just starting this from fresh. Just starting next.
So I've said VTA shisha mango at 1%, FE mango at 4%. So we're just adding like a little bit more body to FE mango, and we're a cactus at 0.25. VTA pineapple juice, I said 1%. I don't know that flavor. Is that enough, or must I go up a little bit?
I need to check. I just need to check my notes a second because I think the 1% on the VTA shisha mango might be a little bit much as well. I think that might have to drop down to 0.5% if we're just using it to pop the FE up a little bit. And the pineapple juice, I think, was pretty weak. Let me just pull up my notes.
And then this is FA coconut. This is not the coconut that we have been using now. We've been using TFA coconut candy, which really adds a nice, with of course sweet coconut FLV, but it really adds a like a unauthentic coconut note in there, like a cocktail that was mixed out of bottles. So I'm not that against the combination that we had, but I'm happy to give FA coconut a go. We don't have any creams in here now. I would suggest us mixing this up without vanilla swirl. And just FA coconut, and then maybe just after that, after we've tasted it, then we decide if it needs a percentage or what from vanilla swirl. FA coconut, I said 1%. So Nick says FA coconut because it's moist. Okay, I'm with you, Nick. Is everybody there?
Just trying to find my notes.
Okay. So we're scrapping that mix. Then the next mix that we had while Liam is busy over there, and this is the final one. This was mango, orange, passion fruit. And this I'm going to throw this out in. I'm going to throw the original out. right? This is what we said. I tested that, wasn't too happy with that. And then I swapped out cap jelly candy, and I swapped that out with just a little bit of um, uh, banana cream TFA.
I've got my notes for pineapple juice.
Okay.
It's fairly weak. So I drop it in at 3 to 3.5% in the mix because we got some pretty strong flavors in there.
3.5%.
Go with 3%. Go with 3% on it, and we can always up it or down it then on the next version.
Okay, cool. So what I created. Let me just make sure. How much banana cream I put in. Yes, I just put in 1% banana cream. I'm going to test this now. Liam, did you test mango, orange, passion fruit?
Yeah, I'm just going to drip it now.
Okay, cool. And both of us are going to do it. I'm going to throw these mixes out in chat so that you guys can see the variations. So you've got version 1.1 there. And now I'm going to put out version 2.1 in chat. So y'all know what we're talking about. Sorry for the absolute silence, guys. We just have to do a little bit of tasting quickly. Feel like playing a little bit of elevator music while we wait for the testing to complete.
The version I mixed up, it hasn't got any banana cream in. Now, I'm not sure if that was a mistake by me or whether it was something that I've missed.
No. I created another version. It's a sneaky version that I just put in there.
Because Dieter's and he just felt like you had to derail.
No, I thought about it. You know, jelly candy is going to make this more like a sweet, like a soda or syrup soda, where we want authentic juice. And I think banana, from a tropical perspective, it's got a tropical flavor. For me, it does. If I think of tropical, I'm thinking guava, I'm thinking mango, I'm thinking banana, papaya, stuff like that, right? That's why I thought, the jelly candy was used there just to texturize that mix a little bit. But I think the TFA banana cream is going to do that, so it's going to be a mango, passion fruit, a little bit of zing from the FA Royal Orange, and then banana. So that is my take on it. So Liam, do you want to give us the one with the jelly candy?
Yeah, this mix is really surprising. How much the jelly candy has actually affected the mouthfeel, even 0.5%. It's taken it. It has taken it to more of a jelly candy as opposed to a fruit juice. The juiciness is there. The mango is nice at 4.5%. The yellow passion fruit is good at 1.5%. I think it might be able to go down a little bit though to 1.25. The royal orange just gives you that nice little citrus right on the end. I missed off the super sweet only because I couldn't find it, and I didn't add in any WS23 because I think we want to be doing that right at the end. This is really nice, really nice mix. But as I said, I think that jelly candy is actually taking it more to a candy profile, even 0.5%. So taking away from what we want, which is the fruit juice mix.
Yeah, the one with the banana cream is delicious. It's really yum. However, what I'm getting like a passion fruit, mango, and banana all next to each other, just hitting my palate at the same time. So, those three are kind of like fighting for the spot, even though that, it's a banana cream. So, it gives you a little bit better mouthfeel. It just feels like all three of those fruits are just hitting your palate at the same time, which is a problem for me.
Yeah, it's when you got them all together fighting for the spotlight. That's not what you want. That's just not balanced enough at all for a recipe that you want to release. What do you think you could do to try and stop them from fighting like that? Perhaps lower them a little bit. Just try and get them staggered a little bit more, like the banana cream down to 0.5, 0.75, the passion fruit to 1.2.
I'm tasting this now and I'm thinking to myself, passion fruit and banana. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, it was just a thing that I thought of. I thought it would be, tropical, but I think the passion fruit and the banana kind of gives me like a toothpastey sort of floral thing going on in my mouth.
Yeah, it's that very slight floral from the passion fruit, even though it's really light on the actual passion fruit and quite pleasant and makes it more authentic. Yeah, floral and bananas, I don't think are a thing that's supposed to be mixed together.
Nah. We are going to scrap this mix. So I think what we're going to do, Liam, we're just going to take the jelly candy down a bit to 0.3. Okay.
Yeah.
We keep the super sweet. I think we can even drop the super sweet to 0.2. WX23 at 1. That's a 20% dilution. I think that's okay. The orange is kind of lost in the mix for me. The VTA Yellow Passion is delicious, but we can't pump the. I mean, we're getting to a point now. This mix is it's coming to a point now where we have to either rethink it with different flavors, or we have to scrap it all together.
I don't think it should be scrapped. I think dropping that jelly candy down to 0.3 will actually make the difference, because there is still some juiciness there. So it is on the right track for the tropical fruit juice. It's just that 0.5, that jelly candy is giving it too much of a jelly vibe. So dropping it to 0.3 should actually bring some more of those juice. Let some of those juice notes actually come out a little bit more. I think this is one we should go forward with, but perhaps maybe a slightly different orange, or raise the orange a little bit.
What if we just drop the orange, okay? And we put in. I mean, it's hella juicy, right? So I don't think we need cactus in here, but we could just put a little bit of cactus in. And then I thought, why don't we just put a little bit of TFA papaya in here?
Papa Chigley mentioned earlier for one of the first mix, the mango lychee pine, about dropping in a little bit of hibiscus. Now, at 0.5%, he said. Now, I know at 0.5%, it shouldn't actually add any of that floral, but it will lift the mouthfeel. I'm just wondering whether, not sure if it would be right for the mango lychee guava mix, but for this one, I think a little bit of hibiscus instead of the jelly candy might work.
Okay, I'm down to try that.
You'll get some red berry notes as well from the hibiscus.
Sorry, guys, if I'm typing loud. I kind of abuse my keyboard. It's just something that I do. So we drop the jelly candy. Are we going to put some papaya in there, or are we going to just leave the jelly candy there, and then we put a little bit of or we take the jelly candy out and we put hibiscus. So I'm going to say a test with hibiscus.
Yeah. On the next mix, take out the jelly candy, put the hibiscus in.
Hibiscus.
It will make it slightly syrupy, but I don't think it'll be as much as jelly candy is doing.
Okay. Where did Moe go? Where's Moe at?
I'm not sure. I said on the group chat earlier that he had to leave again.
Shucks. Okay.
Sent his apologies.
All right, guys. So the last mix, what we've done here is FA Mango at 4.5%, VTA Yellow Passion. I think it's right at 1.5% because I'm getting the mango and then I'm getting the passion fruit afterwards. FA Royal Orange, yeah, it's not doing much for me here. I'm much rather put in like in a cactus, very low, and will add some juiciness, and that might take away from that hibiscus syrupiness.
Papa Chigley has just suggested FA Mandarin
That's a good idea.
instead of the
That is a
orange.
good idea. I'm gonna try that. Papa Chigley, you beauty. Good plan, man, bat. Test with FA Mandarin. In brackets, swap with Royal Orange. Okay. All right. So this is the Dilio, guys. This is the Dilio. I've spoken with Dave, RD10T, and he has he said that he will help us out doing the judging for this, right? It's going to be a roast, so I think he's the perfect person to have there. We want to do away with this serious review vibe, and we just want to make it a little bit more fun. So we just spoke over Facebook, so I haven't confirmed dates with him yet. So at this point in time, he's happy to help, but we just have to confirm dates, and if that's okay, then he's going to be one of the judges. I'm thinking about getting maybe another person to just help us out with the judging on this. Has to be somebody that's really into their fruits and beverages. And that's going to be it, guys. So from here on, we will be testing. We will be testing these potential mixes out that we all spoke about in the chat today. I'm going to put all of this information in the description of the video, like I always do. And we are going to get recipes ready to be judged. There's not going to be another show where we do balancing. We are going to go and balance out what we need to test out and take the best version forward. So far, mango lychee guava with the papaya in is a winner for me. So we have one, right? That is a delicious tropical fruit mix, okay, or juice. The mango orange passion fruit needs work, and the mango cocoa pine was scrapped entirely. So my gut feel is that we'll probably end up with mango orange passion fruit and mango lychee guava. Yes, LabWorks, that is RD10T, Dave Bellows. All right, guys. Now, before we go, so in the description of this video, you will see the very first link is a link for the GoFundMe for Kindground. He's been diagnosed with esophageal cancer, and that's a GoFundMe to just go and help him out. So go and support, guys. A couple of channels that I want to shout out is Daytime Frank. He's on in a bit. I think maybe in 2 hours he's on. Fresh 03. We do shows right after his Saturday DIY mixing show on Saturdays. Yesterday we did a banger show on chocolate, so go and check that out. DIY Down Under, you guys can go and check out the DIY Down Under Facebook group as well. and join there. Developed and Mix and Vixens are channels that I watch, and enjoy. So go and check those out as well. Now, I'm going to put a link out in chat just for everyone that isn't yet part of the mixologist group, just so that you have that link and you can come and join us in the South African DIY group. So there it is. Thank you very much for everyone that's hanging out with us and helping us do this. This is collaboration at its best. Ultimately, we're going to be putting something together, all of us. We're going to put something together for the judges to look at and to roast. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. If it's good enough, we are going to make the recipes public. If it needs more work, we'll probably have to come back and figure out what's wrong and fix it. That's pretty much what the vibe is going to be. But we're getting close to the end of tropical fruit juice. And we've got 2 recipes that are showing potential. So I'm really, really happy. Thank you for everybody in chat. And we've come to the end of the show, guys. Cheers. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.